Hey, it's Jessica here with 757 Bandwire doing a live wire interview with Julian Marz. How are you today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Doing all right. So I got a couple questions here for you today. We just want to learn a little bit about you. Who got you into music?
Actually, it was my mother around when I was like 8 years old. She took me to a studio and I rapped for like 30 minutes straight, and they were just like, I was messing around.
Right.
They were like, this is actually good. You should, keep going with it. And then over the years, it just...
So you got your start at 8 years old?
8.
Wow. Now what in the world were you rapping about at 8 years old? Cars and toys and...
Cars I couldn't drive, money I couldn't spend, just
Right. That's pretty cool. Awesome. So, what is it like to have No Malice as a mentor?
It's a blessing, honestly, because he has shown me, the right way. I've made music that would, fit the mainstream well, but he's also showed me the side to be like a real man and, talk about real problems. So now, I could bounce back and forth with both. And he got me started with the whole, doing the Christian rap thing, and I enjoyed doing that so much. When I started that, I hit #1 locally on Reverb Nation.
Now, which one of your songs locally was it? Because I looked at them this morning before we started.
It's I would say my top song would have been "Rap About God."
Yeah,
that on Reverb Nation, that it's skyrocketed to #1.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was just checking though. So you bounce between Christian rap and then more mainstream, correct?
Yes.
Now, where do you find a better fit for your flow, for your rhythm, for your passion? Or is it in between?
It's in between. I can't really make a decision yet. Maybe as I get older I will. But right now, since I'm so young, I'm just kind of having fun, but trying to do the right thing as well.
Right. So you've been doing this now, well, let's see, you told me you're 19. So you've been doing this now for like 10, 11 years?
Yep.
That is awesome. So I'm just going to ask, when did you start writing your rhymes? When did you really start putting it down on paper? And
I would say about 6th or 7th grade. That's when I started taking it seriously. I started recording on like a camera, and I would literally like rap into the camera and transfer the file to the computer.
Oh, that's
into
funny.
Audacity.
Yeah.
So, and then once I started, getting more professional, it got really far with it.
That's awesome. So, are there any other Are there any instruments or anything else that you're musically talented in?
My mother taught me how to play the alto sax. I can play the French horn. I can play like a keyboard by ear. I don't really know the notes, but
I have to admit, I've taken music theory class a few times. I usually get really bored and flunk out. I pick everything up by ear myself as well, so that's pretty cool. So locally, I know that you've performed with John Dub and such. Who would you like to work with locally, as either as rapping in a rock song with them, or just in general, or being on stage? And
there are, like, the 757 has so much talent.
Oh, I know. Believe me.
I wish I could, group it into like one person, but there's just so much talent out there. I'd love to work with anyone who would love to work with me.
Awesome. And now, have you recently been doing any studio work in the studio for yourself? Started recording again, or?
Yes, I have a few projects to release, but my most important project right now is Julian Marz Forever, and that should, be coming out within a couple of months.
Nice. How many tracks are we looking at?
It should be between 16 and 19.
Wow, that's going to be a long album.
Yeah, and I've
That's
produced
awesome.
most of it.
Really? So where do you do most of your recording? Do you have a studio at home?
I had a studio at home, but I think to take it to the next level, I'm going to make Sound Vision Studios my home.
Nice.
Because I'm really good friends with the people there.
That's cool. Give them a good plug. And how can people get in touch with you if they do want to try and work with you, or they're interested in even having some of your production work being done?
You can reach me on Facebook under Julian Marz. I have a page, personal page. My email marzinstrumentals@gmail.com, and just basically if you find me on the internet, you can reach me there.
Awesome. What about your first concert ever? As a child, as a young adult, as an adult now, which one left the biggest impact?
It was the Virginia Beach Alternative Hip Hop Fest. It was thrown by a good friend of mine named General Booth. He's an artist around here.
Yeah, yeah.
We sold, it was our first show. I performed as Julian Marz and also with my group Blackwater Gang. So we sold it out and it was our first show.
So you perform as a group and as a solo artist?
Right.
And what kind of music does the Blackwater group put out?
It's more hardcore. It's really deep and hard. So we had
Gotcha.
we had to ease off for a little.
And how many people are in that group total?
As far as artists, 4, but we're growing. It's kind of
That's cool.
Yeah, we're growing.
That's pretty cool. So do you ever go to any battle shows or anything like that?
Yes, I have a friend named AB. She's in Norfolk. She's always doing beat battles. Classic Beats, Markel Bunch, he's doing his thing too. Yeah, they always have good.
That's awesome. So personally right now, what's in heavy rotation for you? What are you currently listening to? Whether it be local, mainstream, or both?
My friend Pros from Straight A Crew, he just put out a mixtape and it's really good, local wise.
Cool.
But mainstream wise, I think the guys in Atlanta are really making a lot of noise right now.
They are. They're on the move.
Oh yeah.
They're on the move.
Yeah,
We're gonna see something big real soon. Real soon. So other than your mom, who else has been such a big influence, musically wise, you grew up listening to and they influenced you as well?
I grew up listening to a lot that I should not have, like Eazy-E, Bone Thugs, stuff like that. I've been all over the place because my influence comes from down south because I lived in Texas for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
But once I came back here, it was just I had the up north and the southern music.
Right, so you get a mix, you're kind of in between. You can give a little bit of the Texas flavor and a little bit of the Virginia flavor,
right,
and mix the two together and have a different kind of a blend that not a lot of people here in the area are used to. That's cool because then you're exposing them to a different concept and a style of music.
Right.
And the more that we can open people's eyes up to that, just the difference of everything is awesome. So currently, what's your guilty pleasure music? Something that you listen to, and people might be like, really? He listens to that?
When I was in high school, I was in the rave club. Not many people know that, so I'm into
the rave music, the house stuff? Yeah.
House, dubstep, hard style, I love it all.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. So do you have any hidden talents or anything you'd like to share with anybody that they might not know about you?
I just think that the most important thing is that everything that I have had up to this point, as far as logos and my videos and the production, a lot of people don't realize that it was all me behind everything. Really?
So most of the production that was done for all of your own personal items, you manned all of that.
Right.
That is awesome. Do you have any kind of advice for any of the local rappers in the area, or if you could give advice even to any kind of a musician, not just rapper, but just in general?
I think the best advice that you could have is just, everyone can always say not to give up, but you just have to know and just believe in yourself that you can take your brand and make it into something bigger. You don't always have to sign with the bigger label. You can do what makes you happy, and as long as it makes you happy, then that's all that really matters.
Right. So, what kind of writing style do you think you have when it comes to putting down your rhymes and getting it on paper? And
I am what they call multi-versatile because I can write literally anything.
That's awesome. That's good because then that gives you a chance that you could be with anybody, and that's a really good concept to have. So What song means the most to you that you've written, and what's the story behind it?
I have a song on my upcoming project, and it's called Forever. It's a song that my little brother and we put together, because when we were younger, we wrote a song called Pringles, and it really popped off. So it's
Play on
like,
words there, you know.
and people didn't really take us serious, with the whole group thing. And then when this song comes out, they're going to see his growth, because I've always been, really good at it. But just to see my brother, like, get to where he's at.
And how old is he?
He's 19 now as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now, are you twins?
No, we're
No?
not.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking. The other question I have, what's your favorite venue? I mean, everybody has their own favorite little local spot that, it might have given them their first shot, or it might just be that spot that you're just like, man, I'm here again and I love it. They take care of me. They're awesome, Now,
I've performed at the Norva, Peabody's, but I have to say that Shaka's will always be. Shaka's is.
I've heard that
the
so many
perfect
times.
place,
Yeah,
yes.
the sound there is always
Amazing.
phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's important to have everything mixed right. Well, I want to thank you for taking time to sit down stand with us and be interviewed. Is there anything else you want to tell anybody about, where they can find your music, where they can find any of your downloads, anything else that you'd like to share with anybody? Anything you've got coming up?
Yes, Julian Marz Forever coming soon. I got a couple more tapes that y'all don't know about. I'm just gonna throw them on y'all. I won't even tell you.
Nice.
But yeah, just keep a lookout for the Blackwater Gang brand to keep coming back. We're coming back, and we're gonna do it right this time. So, shout out to everyone. We're making moves in the 757. This is our world. We get to control it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.